Hi, this is Jamel with Recherche Goldens in beautiful Statesville, North Carolina. I'm so excited to finally introduce a sweetheart we have for sale. This is Miss Purple of Bathsheba and Ethan's litter. She was born August 19th, so she's already been in training for a couple of weeks in our Puppy Training Institute, and we know her personality very well. Her Recherche score is 6, 7, 8. 6 being that she is dependent. She's a 6 out of 10 in dependency. She is friendly. She loves to be with you, but she's not needy or clingy. She is the least dependent puppy in her litter, but all of the girls, but she is still dependent. She's very loving, very sweet. She's just not as dependent as some of her siblings. She can handle being by herself. She'll be easier to crate train. She'll be more content to be by herself. And then on the activity scale, she's a 7 out of 10. She is outgoing, she is fun, she is playful, but she's not the most energetic puppy in her litter. She's a 7 out of 10, that means she's playful, but as you can see, I pet her, I love on her. She's super calm and laid back. English Goldens are not hyper, but she's definitely a little bit more outgoing than she is calm and laid back. And then she's an 8 out of 10. She's the most confident girl in her litter. She's not fearful, not timid. We believe she's probably gonna be the best trained puppy in her litter. Typically, the more confident they are, the easier they are to train. So I think she's gonna do extremely well in her training. She's already showing a lot of promise. Size-wise, she's one of the smaller girls in her litter, and this is not gonna be a big litter. In fact, this is one of the smallest litters that we will produce this year. Ethan is only 70 pounds, so he's one of our smallest boys, and Bathsheba is one of our smaller girls. She's only 50, 55 pounds. My best guess is she's gonna be 50, 55 pounds. She may get down to 45, which is about as small as females get. She may get up to 55 pounds, but if I had to put a number out, I'd say right around that 50-pound mark like her mother. But she is beautiful. She has a white coat. She's gonna have a beautiful blocky head. She has a little cream, but hardly anything noticeable, and just absolutely stunning. Now, she's able to go home after graduating either Puppy Academy, which is training till 12 weeks of age, which is November 11th. The second training level is our most popular training program called Canine College, which is training till 16 weeks of age. That's December 9th. Now, it is the most popular training program for 3 main reasons. One, she'll have all of her shots at 16 weeks of age, so you don't have to quarantine them like you would if you get her at 12 weeks. The second is their potty training. Puppies at 16 weeks of age can hold the restroom twice as long, so that's half as many potty breaks. That's much easier on you. She'll sleep through the night, which is probably the biggest blessing. And then the biggest reason that I recommend keeping them till 16 weeks is their obedience commands. They grow the most between the ages of 10 and 16 weeks with their obedience training. And so puppies at 16 weeks of age are up to 3 times better obedience trained than puppies at 12 weeks of age. The third training level is Master's Program, training till 20 weeks of age, which is January 6th. And the fourth training level is Doggy Doctor. It's training till 6 months of age, which is February 19th. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see pictures of Bathsheba and Ethan. If you click on those pictures, a video will play where I summarize each of the parents. I encourage you to do that because this is one of the healthiest litters that we've produced this year. Both parents scored in the top 4% of Golden Retrievers with their hip, elbow, eyes, and heart clearances. And the biggest thing I love about them is these are 2nd and 3rd generation Recherche Goldens. Ethan was produced by us. Bathsheba's mom was produced by us, and then we kept Bathsheba, so she's a 3rd generation Recherche Golden. The more generations, the better, because we're keeping the best of the best of the best. And so this is a very good litter. What I'd like to do now is to summarize our Puppy Training Institute, and we're gonna show off a typical puppy in training. We can't really show her off because she's just started training and she's not showing sit, down, stay, come yet. It takes a few weeks for that to hit, again, around 10 weeks of age. But if you want to know what these puppies look like and act like at the different training levels, go to our Puppy Training Institute page. There we've shot a detailed video of every training level, and we show off puppies at every different training level. So you can really see, okay, this is what to expect from a typical Canine College puppy, Master's Program puppy, Puppy Academy puppy, all those things. You can learn it right there. But right now, I'll summarize the program, and I'll come back and let you know what you need to do if you want to reserve Miss Purple. Puppy Training Institute has 4 core areas. There's a couple areas that are very visible that we're going to show you on camera with the puppy that's for sale. Some of the areas are a little bit more difficult, but the one area that's very visible to show is outside training, and the big part of that is leash training. Puppies love the pull, love the tug, love the cut in front of you. And so we train them to walk on our left side. We train them that when we stop walking, they do what's called an auto sit. That's where they automatically sit without being told, without having any hand signals. They automatically sit. That it builds respect and focus on you. A couple other areas in outside training it's a little bit harder to show is car training, and then also swim training when the weather's warmer. The second area that's very visible is obedience training. All of our trainers are certified dog trainers that's been training dogs for years. They know what they're doing. They're all certified. They all can do Canine Good Citizen. They're all very good trainers. And we work on the obedience commands of sit, down, stay, come, place, kennel, and they are trained extensively in all these areas. Now we have 3 different communication tools we use with the puppies. We use hand signals, we use words, and then we use the training lead that we will provide you. And so as they get older, they get better and better. They can hold their stay longer, they can hold their place longer, they can hold their kennel longer. They can do it with both hand signals and words only, and so they get better and better. The place is when they jump up on the Kuranda cot. You will definitely want to buy a Kuranda cot because that allows the transition for our training to go to you. It's a wonderful command. When we say kennel, they go into their kennel on their own volition. We typically keep the door open, especially as they get older. And we train them, they cannot leave the kennel or really any other door until they are released. The 2 other areas that's a little bit more difficult that we're going to show you just generic dogs going through this. The one area is house training. We actually spend more time in house training than all the other areas combined. That's about 2/3 of the training, and this is where we work on the most important area of potty training. Of course, we're training them not to use the restroom inside and the signal eventually to go outside. A puppy at 12 weeks of age can typically hold the restroom about 1 hour during the day, whereas a puppy at 6 months can do 4 hours. The same thing is with crate training. We train them to sleep at night in their crate, eat in their crate, and a 12-week-old can typically sleep around 4 to 5 hours without having to be let out. And a 6-month-old, it's 6 to 10 hours. So obviously, the longer they're in training, the longer they can be crate trained. We also, though, while they're in house training, we train them not to jump up on us, not to chew things in the house, not to bite our hands. It's very extensive. And then the last area is socialization training. Many people worry about getting a trained or older puppy is that they won't bond. Well, because of our socialization program, our puppies bond very quickly. In fact, we've never had a client complain about that. And so in our socialization, we're training them not to be afraid of thunderstorms. We're training them not to be afraid of the hair dryer, of the blow dryer, of a vacuum cleaner. We have a TV in our puppy training area, in our house training area where we're socializing them. They go on field trips when they get older. We work extensively on them being handled. We have 20 plus people that work for us, so these puppies are handled by multiple people and they're socialized extensively. That is our Puppy Training Institute. Now, if you're interested in Miss Purple, read through this entire page. If you scroll to the bottom, you'll see pictures we just took of her. Right above her most recent pictures are the prices for each of the training levels. Now, some people have a hard time finding those prices, so in this video, we're going to show you where prices are found on a typical page. But the prices you see in this video are not necessarily her prices. To find her prices, you do need to look at her page above her pictures. And then below this video is a link that says click here to fill out puppy application. Click on the words puppy application, fill it out. We will respond you within 24 hours. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video of Miss Purple, of Bathsheba and Ethan's litter. Thank you so much, and God bless.